What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today, on the table in front of us is a personal favorite. This is the Eafengrow EF906. This knife has been out for about a year. I got this a long time ago. But I thought we'd talk about it today because it was in my pocket recently and I realized I hadn't shared it. So here we are. This, well, this is just a monster. And it's a fantastic monster. It is TC4 titanium. It is D2, I guess. They claim it's D2. Eafengrow says these can be tested and they'll come back normally, come back as D2. I haven't seen any tests. Oddly enough, I don't care in this instance. It is running on the biggest bearings I've ever seen. It does hold an edge exceptionally well. I've had this for a long time and I've never had to worry about sharpening it too much. So whatever the steel is, it does hold a nice edge. It is a nice dark gray stonewash, as I said, with TC4 titanium scales. It has a titanium backspacer that is purple, which I think is very cool. I'm not sure if that's going to show up. There we go. It has these beautiful thumb studs, lots of great jimping. Look, this is just a handful of wonderful knife. You can choke up on the blade here. This is not really built for it, but it's so big that if you you can. My fingers do come up against the edge a little bit, so you're going to want to be careful, but you can do it. The action, well, thumb studs. Oh, of course I missed because I'm on camera. You know, thumb studs or flipper, and this thing is it just snaps out. It really is a lot of fun. I've never had any issues with centering. It is dead center, and it was the day I got it. The pocket clip on this does come kind of a yellow. I went ahead and stripped the ano off and turned it back to silver because I like it better that way. It's about 10 ounces. There is no milling on the inside of these TC4 titanium scales. It's just a humongous chunk of titanium, and we're going to call it D2 because it holds an edge like most of my other D2, although, again, no promises. When Eafengrow started to release these, they were very, very proud of them over on Instagram. And so I picked this one up first. Oh, this must be 9 months ago now, 10 months ago. And it has satisfied me when it comes to enormous knives ever since I got it. It carries very well. Now, it's not deep carry. You got a fair amount of knife sticking out of the pocket, as you can see. This is the base of the clip, and it sticks up to about there. But man, this thing is so big that who cares? This is not a pocket knife to carry for people that have small pants, small pockets, or small hands. It's just a brute. It is better than almost 5 millimeters. Excuse me. It is almost 5 millimeters thick across the blade. The actual knife is 0.6 of an inch through the handle. The handle itself is better than an inch. It's 1.25 inches through here. Closed, we are looking at 1.5 inches. 1 3/4 inches. I mean, it's a big, big knife, and I really love it. I really do. Let's do the specs on it just for fun. You know, just for giggles, you get 1, 2, 3.5, well, 3 and a little bit, 3.6 inches of cutting surface on 4 inches of, we're going to call it D2. The overall knife is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches long. So all of that is great. It is got a beautiful high grind. It actually has a fairly thin edge considering how big this is. Now, it's not a razor blade. It's not even built for that. It has a really, really robust tip. You're going to get an argument with somebody with this thing in your hand. It's going to make a statement. More importantly than that, it is a very, very useful design for such a big knife. It's got beautiful belly, no recurve, wonderful drop point. You can choke up on this thing and use it for draw cuts. You can do fine work, as I said, you can choke up if you're going to push. I've feather sticked with this thing just to see how it would do, and it works beautifully. I love this thing. And here's the best. Okay, so the party piece for this knife is this. They're $69 on Amazon. you're not going to find another enormous chunk of titanium, and again, we're going to call it D2 steel, for $70 anywhere else for any reason, especially not one this big. There is a certain knife company out there who we will not name, who makes giant chunks of titanium and D2 and charges $800 for them. Whether they're worth that or not is up to you. I love this knife for exactly what it is, which is an absurdist example of what Eafengrow wants to do and can do when they want to, excuse me. This is just fun. It's enormous fun at that. Here it is up against our old friend, the Rat Model 1. The Rat 1, which is a big knife, is just dwarfed by the 906. And of course, here's our old friend, the Rat Model 2, which, just for giggles. I mean, okay, look, it's a big knife. It really is. The reason I took this thing out and was carrying it the other day is because I had another big knife in my pocket for a while. This is the 3531 CH knives, the big cleaver, and I've been in a really big knife kick. These are both enormous knives. There's a video for this. Either I will release it before or after this one. I'm not sure what, but keep an eye out for it. I have had no trouble with this. None. Since the day I got it, all $70 of it, I have not had issues with the edge, even though I have used it quite a bit. I have not had issues with the bearings, even though I have flipped it quite a bit. The blade has never gone off center. It slides in and out of the pocket exceptionally well. The pocket clip is so well done. I've just never had any issues with this, and I can't say that even about some of my $300 and $400 knives. So regardless of whatever the steel is, let's say it's 8CR13 MOV. Let's say that's what it is. A chunk of 8CR13 MOV this big for $70 on this much titanium is still fine with me. What they did here is they managed to make a knife where, yeah, of course, I'd love it if it was as advertised. And we may find out. I think LTK has one of the models of this that he's looking at for doing PMI on it. But we'll see. But again, for $70, I don't care. And in fact, I have pretty much the whole collection. I've shared one with you guys before. The EF905 review is much earlier in my channel's history. And I have the 901 and the 902 and the 904. Yeah, I have a lot of these. And I'll be bringing them to you as we go, just because I think they are so much fun. Do you carry this knife because it's the best knife ever made? No. Do you carry this knife because it's super functional and tactical? And absolutely not. You carry this knife because it is ridiculous. And sometimes that's enough. Just holding this thing is a joy. It just is. It is absolutely fun. Knowing that this thing is in my pocket makes me smile the whole time because it is just so ridiculous. I will say, whatever they're doing, there are no scratches. Oh, there's one. Oh, look at that. One little mark on the scales. I've had this knife for almost a year and it's spent a ton of time in my pocket. Whatever else Eafengrow and whatever else you feel about them as a company, and I know, even today they're making knives I wish they wouldn't. I get that. Whatever else they've done here, the materials are really very good. And they hold up to use, which matters, in the long run. Am I recommending this knife? I don't know. Do you like big, absurd knives for very little money? Do you get joy out of just monstrously beastly knives that don't cost a ton and look really cool? I mean, come on, look at this thing. If you do, then yeah. I'm recommending the Eafengrow EF906. If you don't, and if you hate Eafengrow and whatever, all that other stuff, then this isn't the knife for you, and that's fine too. There are literally thousands of other alternative choices that you can make. If you're into the titanium and D2 knives that cost $700 or $800, go get one of those. I mean, that's awesome. I'm not gonna, because I have this and that's enough for me. I guess that's where we're gonna land. This is the Eafengrow EF906. It has been around a while. They are still available on Amazon as of today. They are $69.99, 2-day delivered to your door. I think that if you're into this kind of knife, and I am, then this is kind of a no-brainer. It wouldn't even be on the table if it didn't work, and it does. Thank you so much for watching. I've been a Therapeutic Edge. You've been, as always, my amazing audience. Please like the video and the little like button down here on the way out. If you have any questions about the EF906 or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, guys. Take care.